Okay, YouTube, Gearsforgizmo back with the Gears of War Centaur, and it looks very nice. Now, I have a few things to say before we get started. The box just fell on my foot. Hold on. That's not one of those things. But, what I have to say is I'm a bit disappointed in the minifigures. Now, the Centaur is spectacular. It's like they took it straight from the game and put it in reality. Now, that's how nice it is. And you will see that shortly. Now, I'm gonna go over the packet or instruction booklet real quickly. And let's just move that there. Okay. Very nice cover art. And there's the list. Those are the instructions on how to assemble certain parts. You know, the technique that you have to use. Here's just the item list, part list, or whatever you want to call it. There were a few parts that were a bit difficult to do. The first being the first step, actually. When you are first starting this, you're not sure on how to assemble it. It's a bit confusing. And then from there on, it's pretty easy. This part here, it says that the tank cannon can move. It does not. Or at least I might have done it wrong, but it's very simple. You just kind of put it in there. They click. There you go. Mine doesn't move. I guess that's okay. They rarely have to shoot stuff that's really low on the ground, so that's okay. Like I said. And the antennas are in a little packet with the instruction booklet. I didn't notice that until the end, and thankfully I took them out before I threw this stuff away. What else is there? It's mainly it. Near the end, you start to realize that you're running low on screws, and that becomes to be a problem. You don't really have any spare parts, so if you're missing a part, you have to take it back to the store, because you don't have that spare pieces at all. These aren't like Halo Mega Block sets or something. And that's unfortunate, because I came close to running low on pieces. Actually, that's pretty much it, guys, so I'm just gonna skip this. This is my spare part, and even this should have went here. But it's the wrong size, so we're just not going to count that. And I would need a nut or whatever it's called to be at the bottom to hold it together. But we're first going to start off with the figures. Like I said, I'm disappointed. I didn't expect them to be great, but they aren't even worth mentioning. They're not even worth buying the set for. And I'm going to try to see if I can focus in the camera on that. Let's see. Oh, come on, camera. Alright, anyway, that's what that locust drone looks like. He's got the Baldock, I think is what it's called. Mainly, he's just got the revolver from the game. Very nice armory detail. I know this is really blurry for you guys, but bear with me. Just gotta go over these figures. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Looks better. Okay, that's the locust drone. That's pretty much what he looks like for the other one. And, you know, same thing, but this guy's got a hammer burst. If I can focus in on that. Yeah, there you go. The hammer burst. I think it's from the first one. Because it's that certain model type. It's got the round top. And, the next thing, oh, well, these are in my view. These are the tools that you use to assemble it. Different holes and such for certain positions that you might need to adjust and hold onto one of the nuts. I don't know, they're usually at the base, but, you know, that holds it. You don't really need those unless you're undoing your work. You can just hold onto the nut with one hand. Now, I think this is gonna have to stop soon, actually. For some reason it says I can only do 5 minutes. Okay guys, sorry about that. I ran out of space on my card and had to go upload it. So we'll just continue. I was talking about this. Mainly, you don't really need this. It's just kind of there when you're undoing things. So that's that. This is the most used tool that I use. Well, that was a lot of uses in one sentence, but this is basically what you use to screw in the screws. So you're gonna need that. You don't need this end a whole lot. You're gonna find you're gonna need this part more often, because you gotta get in the nooks and crannies and such. I reviewed that. Cool, I think was what I was left off with. There's cool. Very detailed, at least for a minifigure. This is no NECA quality. You know, these are minifigures, so they're not gonna be that great with the detail. And of course, my camera can't really do these guys any justice up close, but there's the Retro Lancer. And then even got like little pouches or bags around there. They're very posable, these cog soldiers, against the locust drones. These are actually not that posable, only from the waist down. They're very posable. Up here, they're more, they're just sturdier, I guess is the word. They're not as loose, basically, the joints. And this is the Marcus. As you can see, if I can try to focus in on that, he's got a little bit of a smudge underneath his eye from a bad paint job. Everything else looks okay, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of Marcuses in all these sets. So he's got the snub pistol, however you want to call it. Here, I'll take it from this angle with the lighting. Yeah. Very nice, you know. Good soldier. Good, not soldier, figure. And there's the light. Okay, I'm probably gonna start now on the Centaur Tank. Here's an actual good view of it. I'm just showing you all the little details on it. I'll go in more depth later on. Well, actually, right after I do this, get you guys a good overview of it. Okay, let's start off with what the Centaur Tank can do. This is mainly what you're spending your money on. The minifigures, they're trash compared to the Centaur Tank. And I was thinking about making a stop motion with the actual figures too, but they're not that good. Very, very fragile. I'm very careful with my figures. You know, I can handle Mega Bloks, you know, like some people complain about those breaking easily, but these are worse. They haven't broken it yet. They're just the joints aren't good, and the hands, every time you turn them, even how carefully you want to turn them, even holding this part and, you know, holding the hand down and turning them, they still feel like they're gonna break. So any minute those guys are gonna break. But to the tank, this thing is amazing. That's all I can say. Now I'm gonna actually say more. The antennas are actually like actual antennas. They rarely do this. They're thin, the way antennas should work, you know, or look like. And there's this little seat above the tank cannon that can rotate. I'm going to say 360 degrees, even though, why would you want to do that? Just for a tank, me personally speaking. And this can move, I'd say that's about 75 degrees maybe. So that's nice. I would have blown me away is if that they made this in actual light. I might actually try to rig it up. I've never done that sort of thing, but if I could find a way to rig it up and make this actual light, that'd be amazing. Well, to the next part that moves on the tank is this. I want to say that this moves 360 degrees, and very nice. Okay, the cannon cannot really move, like I said, just kind of does that. And then stop motion, if you were gonna make this, shoot, my finger is back here, so you would take some pictures of going up, and maybe reverse that back down, or if you really want to take a lot of pictures, take more pictures of it going back down. Up to you. Sometimes I usually reverse that type of stuff, take pictures of it going up, and then no pictures of it going back down, and you just replay them backwards. That's a trick right there for stop motion making. The next thing that you can actually show on this is this little piece right here. This is supposed to come down. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna set the camera down for a bit. You know what? That's actually a good view to show you this. Okay, it doesn't look like it's cooperating with me. Oh, there we go. Very little amount, but it's happening. It's seen. You don't want to break it though, so I mean, you don't want to keep pushing down on it when it's resisting. There we go. The next thing to look at are these little iron pipes. Very nice detailing here. As you can see, there's one of the screws. And some stickers there. I apologize if it's not focusing properly. Just trying to get all this in before I run out of more battery. Space. Pushing on 7 minutes and 20 seconds on this. I only got 10 minutes on this one, so I might have to chop it in that part. There's a ladder on both sides. Minifigures can hold onto it, as you may have seen. We got the Gearsforgizmo logo there, whatever, the COG logo. This is a nice little feature here. The one thing that disappoints me is that the sticker, to make it actually do what it's supposed to do, have it partially come off here. There's a little bit of sticker sticking out right there. You may have heard that. The tires are very nice. Kind of deflated though. I don't know how they make these, but there's not really a whole lot of air in that. Whatever. I don't want to make toys or whatever. So kind of move right there. And let's see. What else is there to talk about? It's a nice solid, tank, of course. It's very nice. It's just that there's not a whole lot to review about it, because, well, it's a tank. It's not a figure, so, more like a vehicle, so. On the underneath, they even did some nice detailing. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but they even have pipes underneath it. And that's a really nice job they did there. Okay, now that is the Gearsforgizmo Centaur Tank made by Erecter. It's $35. I don't know if I said that or not. It's a Toys R Us exclusive. It comes with 4 minifigures, as you may have seen. I would recommend this to anyone that that watches my channel. But you really have to ask yourself, how much is the tank worth to you? Is it worth the $35, or are you buying it for the figures too? Because it's mostly you're going to want to buy it just for the tank. Because these figures will not satisfy you. I'm just going to tell you that now. They weren't even good. And I went in and bought this with the intention of knowing that they weren't going to satisfy me. And I'm still happy with this. I'm still happy with the tank. It's cool. Expect to stop motion soon with this. And see you some other time. Goodbye.